Morning, Tim.
Oh, hey, Virginia. Happy Mother's Day Eve.
Oh, thank you.
You got it. I got you the perfect gift.
Oh, you did?
Mm-hmm.
What's
I got
that?
us a job.
We don't need a job?
Ah, you're gonna love it. We're doing temporary work for Walter Knoll florists to help him out with the Mother's Day rush. It's gonna be great. I'll get the car started. Happy Mother's Day.
It's a beautiful day, don't you know? It's a beautiful day.
This is The Thread.
This is gonna be great.
I've always wanted to work in a flower shop.
Well, here's your big chance. Hey, Scott.
Hi.
How you doing?
Hey, how
Hey.
you doing? What's going on?
Well, Walter hired us to be some temporary help to help with the Mother's Day rush, so we're here.
I know you're super busy, so we're here to help.
You did?
Yeah.
So let's pick out a container.
I got my picks.
Oh, cool. What'd you
What do you
get?
think?
Let me see. Oh, that is cool. I love it. This is my favorite. I
I
like
think
that
mine
one.
do too. Okay, let's
That's
go with that
really
one.
cool. All right, super.
I got mine.
What'd you get?
Look at this.
Why did you pick that?
Because Mom always said I had a screw loose, so I thought she'd think of me.
Very well.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Look at that.
Look at that.
That looks like poison ivy.
Oh, those are beautiful.
You like it?
Oh, yeah. I love the roses.
My mom's from the south, so this feels really southern to me.
Lovely. And so you get the pastel color.
Look at that. I found it in a bucket over there that somebody forgot about.
Tim.
Look at that.
Tim. That's the trash.
Once I trim them up, it'll be great.
Okay.
What's next? Where's the sharp objects?
Well, would you get me a first aid kit on standby, just in case he loses a finger?
Smell that? That's the smell of Mother's Day right there.
I smell fear. You're really not on the schedule. I got lots of people here.
You sure? I mean, I don't mind sharing this.
Firing
gift.
us?
No,
Are you
no.
firing us?
No, I'm giving you a long lunch.
Thanks, Tim.
A long lunch. Take a long lunch. Come back in June.
We can deliver.
There
We've got
you
an
go.
awesome Bommarito thread sled that can
Yes.
deliver some flowers.
Sounds good.
Don't worry about a thing, Scott. We got this.
got it covered.
All right, I appreciate it. Thanks for coming in. And yours is beautiful. Tim, just drive careful, okay?
You got it.
All right.
We got
Bye.
this. Happy Mother's Day.
His poor mama. She's gonna slap him all the way to Dupo.
Virginia, this is great. We're doing deliveries for Walter Knoll florists.
I know. Are you sure you have the right address?
Close enough. I mean, yeah, I got it.
We have to have the right address.
Virginia, we're delivering flowers. Everybody likes to get flowers. As long as we bring them, it really doesn't matter. What could possibly go wrong? Stop worrying. Everything's gonna go fine. Hi.
Hey, what's up?
Special delivery for you.
Come on in, man.
God. It's a special bouquet just for you from Stephanie.
Who's Stephanie?
That's what I want to know. Who's Stephanie?
He sent this just for you.
Weeds? You give me weeds? Weeds?
Man, have you lost your mind? Hold on.
We got some more
Nah, man,
deliveries.
don't leave, man. Where you going, man?
Dee, start the car!
Where you going?
Start the car!
Yeah, not a good idea.
Not good. Hey, will you double check that address?
You better
yet,
believe
triple
it.
check it.
Okay.
Ask Siri for help.
Ooh, those are pretty.
Yeah.
Oh, you're backwards.
Oh, sorry.
I meant your vest.
Hi.
Hi, are you Suzanne?
I am.
Happy Mother's Day!
Thank you.
We have an arrangement for you from Jamie Lynn.
Jamie Lynn.
She
that's
says, thanks for bringing some peace into my home. What's that all about?
Oh, I gave her a deck of Peacemaker cards.
What are Peacemaker cards?
Well, they're cards that help adults and kids connect.
Tell us more about these Peacemakers.
Peacemakers are a deck of mantra cards, and the idea is to help us as parents to slow down, to stop, to listen, and to connect with kids.
I'm curious. Let's dream and discover.
I know for myself, I can go a whole day and be like, did I really see my kid? Did I really stop and listen? These help me pause, connect, and listen.
I feel good and yeah.
Nice. Thank you for sharing. And they're games. So they're a deck of 42 affirming messages, and it's so simple. You just shuffle it up, and in the morning, or maybe when they get off school or at night, you pull a card with your child and you share, you connect. But I have friends that tell me their kids come home from school and they're so tired of saying, what happened at school today? Or, you know, they say, how do I get them talking? So that's the idea. These cards are conversation prompts and they will get your little one talking. I'm a mom of 4, and I'd say as a first-time mom, I really struggled with being enough, knowing that I was enough. I kept setting the bar so high that I could never reach it. I want to create a way to help parents through the day in a real practical, playful way so that these messages can really live for them and they can share them and we can spread these messages far and wide.
Just slowing down and having those harder conversations maybe is where the meat is. That's where the good stuff comes out.
I can't even tell you how rewarding it is to see other people creating transformation out of a simple deck of cards. Really, it's pretty amazing.
Bye,
Bye, Suzanne.
How awesome is that?
So creative, too.
I mean, a mother who's struggling in her own right finds a way to move to her need and shares it with others and helps all kinds of moms.
Yes, and if you would like to try those Peacemaker cards, just go to jenmindful.com. All right, next up.
Let's go.
You know who has a strong connection with his mom? John O'Leary.
No doubt.
We shared his story last week and told you how he was burned at the age of 9 and given a 109% chance of dying.
Yeah, it was right after the burn that he asked his mom, Mom, am I gonna die? And her response was, do you want to die? And he said, absolutely not. And she said, well, then you need to fight with everything you've got. And then it was in his recovery that she brought back something that he despised as a kid that was instrumental in his recovery.
So I started playing the piano about age 7. And like any good American child, I hated the piano. I'm a boy, I'm an athlete, I'm gonna play for the St. Louis Cardinals, but my mean mom made me take piano lessons every Tuesday. And of course that all changed January 17th, 1987, when I'm 9 years old, I get burned. Spent 5 months in the hospital, lose my fingers to amputation, and that was primarily tragic. It was the end of my baseball career. And it also meant that one good thing might happen. I would never, ever again have to take piano class, man. I hated piano, Tim. I came home from the hospital on a Saturday. Tuesday afternoon, my brothers and sisters are all at school. The doorbell rings. My mother answers it, and it's our piano teacher, Mrs. Bartello. My mom walks into my room where I'm sitting in the wheelchair, and I ask, Mom, what's she doing here? And my mother does not even answer. And here's this little boy, age 9, with no fingers. I just had them amputated, so there's still wrappings on them. And my mean mom is about to make me take a piano class. I hated my mom that Tuesday, and I may have hated her even more the following Tuesday. She never answered why. And yet I think her silence speaks louder than any words could have. Her answer clearly was because, John, just because your fingers have been taken from you doesn't mean your life has. But now, Tim and Virginia, you find yourself in my house. There is a piano here. There are piano lessons for kids. There are 4 little kids who hate their dad because I make them take piano too. You know, I play today in part because my mom made me play. But now, not only do I love it, I think it reminds the rest of us that we all have a song, and it may not sound like everybody else's, but it's not supposed to. I think we're supposed to play the song that is on our heart and play it with every bit of passion that we possibly can.
Is that amazing or what? And just recently, he played that song, Amazing Grace, which is his mom's favorite, in front of 18,000 people at a speaking engagement in Las Vegas.
Man, such a great story. In fact, we've got more of his interview. We're going to share it with you next week and unveil yet another hero who helped him through his fight.
You ready to deliver some more flowers?
Let's do it.
Here we go.
Let me get the address.
Coming up next on The Thread.
My mom was actually incarcerated when I was in my late 20s for something she didn't do, and it was life-altering for our entire family.
The Thread, brought to you by Bomarito Automotive Group.
This is Frank Bomarito. You'll get a bigger selection and better value when you visit any Bomarito location. State-of-the-art showrooms and the most advanced service centers. Bomarito has over 8,000 new and 2,000 pre-owned vehicles, all with Missouri's best pricing, greatest financing, and lease options for everyone. Nobody has more. Nobody sells more. Your next car is at Bomarito or Bomarito.com. We're in every neighborhood.
There's certain things I can't do, but I still get up every morning and do it. Someone once told me, but you don't look sick. Just like anyone else, I eat right, exercise, and get the right amount of sleep. Some days, this is easier said than done. If it was up to me, I would stay in bed all day. Friends don't understand me canceling on our plans when I'm tired, and work doesn't understand why I call in sick when I sound just fine. It's hard to understand when you can't see anything wrong. I'll handle tomorrow when it gets here. Each day is a different hill to climb. I am 21 years old, and I have lived with lupus for 7 years, and I'm not the only one. Over 5 million people worldwide struggle with lupus every day. To learn more about this disease, go to lupus.org. By knowing more, we'll be able to answer the questions that surround this mysterious disease.
Hey Threadheads, we hope you're having fun watching the show.
Yeah, we get to bring you some amazing stories each and every week, but I want to ask you a question, Virginia. How has this show changed you?
It has changed me because now I really know what it means to live in the present. I enjoy every minute. When we meet people on this show, I'm in their world. I get to be in their world for an hour or so.
That's really good. Yeah.
How about you?
You know, for me, it's not just the stories we show, it's the ones we don't show. I mean, it's just the doing the show and interacting with people along the way. Just reminds me to be, as you said, in the present, but being focused on people and just being attentive to the needs around you are huge. And seeing people and meeting people who are doing that on a daily basis, like the ones we get to show you on the show, is just amazing.
Yeah. We like to show you inspiring people, but we also like to have some fun.
Yes, we do. And you loosened up on this show, right?
I have. He's made me do it. Sorry.
Well, we got more fun coming your way. We gotta get back to the show.
Yeah, we better go. See y'all. My husband and I don't think of Securus like a firm. We really think of it as more like a family. Our friends at Securus really care about the people they serve. My favorite thing is they made it clear and simple to plan our retirement. Not only do we feel prepared, we feel protected, and that is all because of Securus and the Circle of Advisors. It's so easy, we only have to come to one place for our tax advice, insurance, legal needs, and investments.
Securus Circle of Advisors, helping people build and secure their vision of retirement.
I don't know any other place like it. I just know I like it.
This week's Thread Up story is brought to you by Securus Circle of Advisors.
Ooh-wee! V, we are delivering some flower power today.
And meeting some amazing moms along the way.
Yes.
Speaking of, we've got quite the drive before we get to our next mom, which I think that means it's perfect time for
some fun on the farm. It's May at Eckers, and you know what that means?
Strawberry picking! And you know they say they have the biggest strawberry crop they've ever had here.
So why don't we see who can get the biggest harvest ever? Who can get the most berries?
Okay, ready, go, go!
Time's out!
You don't have anything in there. I won!
No, rules never said where we had to put them. I win.
What?
And one more.
Hey, you know, you can pick your own berries today.
Yeah, absolutely. And the Strawberry Festival is going on every weekend in May, so get down for your own fun on the farm. Hey, we're about to pull into our next house for some flower power delivery. You ready?
Can't wait to see who that is. Hi, are you Stephanie?
Hi, I am.
Happy Mother's Day!
Thank you.
Yes, we have a delivery for you from Walter Knoll florist. It's from somebody who says, thank you for helping send me to college.
You sent
oh my
someone
gosh,
to college?
that's awesome. It must be somebody from Avis Grace.
What's Avis Grace?
Well, come on in, let's talk about it. Avis Grace is a scholarship and mentoring program for kids who have or have had an incarcerated parent. My mom was actually incarcerated when I was in my late 20s for something she didn't do. I'm an only child. My mom is my best friend. And really my rock. It was very hard. It was life-altering for our entire family. And I needed something to turn a pretty negative situation into a positive one. And so I just decided that after I met some kids that were visiting their parents in prison over the course of 4 years that my mom was gone, that they didn't really have a shot at going to college. We currently have 24 scholars that we're supporting. 2 of them have graduated, so 22 active scholars. And we are getting ready to take our next class of 8, actually in just the next couple weeks.
So when I was 11 years old, I was sexually abused for 3 months by my biological father.
He was eventually sentenced to 20 years in prison. In 8th grade, I remember sitting in school suspension and a teacher telling me that I was following his footsteps and that I was going to be a future criminal of this world. And I think it was that point in my life that I realized I had to really change my attitude. I worked really hard and I got my grades up. I saw the price of college and my dream of going to college just stayed like that, a dream. And I still remember that feeling I felt of just pure joy when Stephanie Reganin called my cell phone and was like, "Hi, is this Carrie? Just wanted to let you know you have been chosen as one of our Avis Grace Scholars." And I just remember screaming. I'm like, oh my goodness, she's gonna think I'm crazy because I'm screaming. It's something special about Avis Grace that I don't know I could have found anywhere else. And that was people that get it. It's not our fault that our parents made the decisions that they made or that, they ended up in prison, but we do suffer. And for a total stranger to recognize that and want to do something to change that is amazing.
And get this, Carrie was just accepted into grad school at Loyola University. She wants to be an advocate for children who are abused and neglected.
So cool. And once again, we see someone, this time Stephanie, using trauma that she's been through to serve others that are in a similar situation. And Avis Grace is not just serving students in Missouri now, they're moving to the needs of students in Kansas and Illinois as well.
It's growing.
So cool. There's a very nice chair sitting in front of the fountains at Forest Park.
You know what that means?
It's time for the hot seat! Brought to you by Rothman Furniture.
The Luca Club chair adds a refined appeal to your living room with indigo blue fabric upholstery, a tailored square-style frame, and slim track arms. The most striking element of this club chair, however, is its double-rowed nail-head trim. Get your elegant Luca Club chair at Rothman Furniture.
Oh yeah, it is a special Mother's Day edition of the hot seat.
That's right, we've got a mom right here, ready to go. Her name is Yolanda, and she has her beautiful family here to help her.
There we go. Y'all ready to go?
Ready.
All right, Yolanda, all the questions have to do with Mama.
All right.
You got 30 seconds. Clock starts after I read the first question.
Okay.
Here we go. When you are born, the woman who gave birth to you is your...
Mother.
Yes, yes. Who told LL Cool J to knock you out?
His mama.
Yes. If a baby's first word is not dad, it could be...
What could it be?
Mommy.
Yes. Another word for mother that rhymes with llama.
Mama.
Yes. And necessity is not the father of invention, but what is?
What is?
You are correct. Woohoo! Happy Mother's Day. You just won the hot seat.
Yes.
Coming up next on The Thread.
You use the pain and the insecurity and the hurt and the shame and, my God, the brokenness. You use all of that and you use that so that God can help you to go out and tell somebody what he did so that you can help the next person. Don't keep it all to yourself.
You have 10 hours to shop this Saturday for the perfect Mother's Day surprise. It's our Super Saturday sale at Rothman.
Saturday 10 till 8, take 25% off your entire purchase with no minimum or get 5 years, 0 interest. Everything's on sale Saturday at Rothman. Choose from the latest looks and styles for every room of your home. Then take 25% off your entire purchase with no minimum or choose 5 years, 0 interest with no money down. Super Saturday at Rothman.
There's always something new at Rothman Furniture and Mattress. Check us out online at rothmanfurniture.com.
Hey, Threadheads, we want to hear from you.
That's right. This is your show, and we want you to be able to have a voice in it. So if you'll send us a message, any question you have for us, any comment, any story idea, we'd love to hear it.
All you have to do is go to our Facebook page, The Thread STL, and hit message.
Things are getting very interesting down on the farm at Eckert's. That's right, farm fresh, homegrown strawberries are available now in the Belleville Country Store. These berries are so merry, they're planning a party. Don't miss the Strawberry Festival every weekend in May at Eckert's Farm in Belleville.
So what, St. Louis? Brought to you by Endeavor Capital Mortgage. Tell us something good.
What's your favorite part about being a mom?
My favorite part about being a mom is that I was able to truly be a role model for my kids.
The places they take me, the places I would never have gone, the personal growth, the awareness, they've been my teachers in so many ways. They take me there every day, every day.
Hello.
Hi, are you Diane
Yes, I am.
Well, we have a Walter Knoll floral delivery for you from a very thankful single mom.
Oh, my God. Come on in here. This is about the ministry. My life just took this strange journey. By the time I got to high school, I got pregnant. My mama and daddy, being the diligent people that they were in terms of pushing education was important to them and to me. So I can remember when right after I had my first child, my mother was saying, you gotta go take your final. And I took my final examination and graduated. I got married, had 5 other children, but he had a drug problem. He had a problem with anger issues. My life changed 360 degrees when I met the Lord within this bad marital situation in which I was living through a lot of abuse. I was living through a lot of pain. I was living through a lot of isolation. So eventually that marriage ended. So I decided that what I wanted to do was to go back to school. I went on and I left St. Louis and went to SIUE, actually lived on campus with 4 of my 6 children. And when I started SIUE in 1992 with 4 of those 6 kids, life for me as I knew it would never be the same. God showed me that I could be a catalyst and an instrument for helping other women like me. The Diane Hayes Evangelistic Ministries was born. Why would you want to go back through all of that pain, all of that struggle, and help people? Because if we don't help the single parents who were once like us, then that many more of them will become homeless, will become without hope. We want to give them education. We want to give them Christian counseling. We want to make sure they have access to housing services. We want to make sure they have the food and the clothing. But most of all, we would just want to give them the hope of the Lord, that they can know that God has truly heard their cry. There's nothing special about me, nothing great. I'm not the smartest person. I'm not the brightest person. But I'm willing to do what I can to help folks. God has done so much healing in my life, so I don't need to sit on the side of the swimming pool and just wait. I need to jump in and do this thing.
Diane, what a powerful story.
Yes.
And recently she had someone donate a building to her in East Alton, and you can support her too. Just go to Facebook and check out her page, Diane Hayes Evangelistic Ministries.
I mean, we see it in Diane's story, right? There's a purpose in the pain. It's through her struggle and through her pain that she's able to minister to other people.
We see it in Suzanne's story.
Yeah.
She remembers what it was like to be a new mom and to feel inadequate, and she designed a simple way to help parents connect with their kids. And Stephanie, what a traumatic experience. Her mom was in prison for years for a crime she didn't commit. And she used that experience and went and started an organization to help support kids whose parents are incarcerated.
We see it in John O'Leary's story, in his relationship with his mom. When he told his mother he didn't want to die, she not only told him to fight, she told him to take the hand of God and walk with him on this journey. It was her tried and tested faith that she shared with her son. You know, 2 Corinthians chapter 1, verse 4 tells us that God comforts us in all our afflictions so that we may comfort others in their affliction with the comfort that we have received. You know, it's so easy when we're in the midst of a trial to turn it all inward, to see our circumstances as simply that, our circumstances. And they are indeed that. Every trial we go through strengthens and forms and shapes us. But our circumstances and our trials are also our means of ministering to other people. We need those mile markers in our life to show us where God has carried us through storms in the past to strengthen our faith, but we also can use those to help minister to others who are entering a similar storm. God works through people all the time. I've seen it in my own life several times. When I hit my bottom with alcohol, it was my Uncle Andy, who moved back to Baton Rouge right when I needed him with 2 years sobriety. And while he was fighting all kinds of other storms in his life, he was able to uniquely minister to me and mine and show me what it looked like to trust God in those early days of sobriety. You know, life is a team sport. We're never meant to go solo, never meant to go it alone. We were made for community. When we get alone and isolated, the evil one has us right where he wants us. We're called to be community. I was just talking with a friend the other day, how we're more connected and interconnected than we think. We're more alike than we're different, and we're called to help one another along the way. You know, there are times when You're able to minister to my poverty, and I hope and pray that there are times when I'm able in some small way to minister to your poverty.
All the time.
And that's what we're called to do. It's who we're called to be. Know this, you may be in a struggle right now, in the midst of a trial, but it is limited. As 1 Peter chapter 5 tells us, there's an end to your suffering and pain. And the God of all grace, who has called us to his eternal glory in Christ, will himself restore, confirm, strengthen, and establish you. And then guess what? He's going to take that trial that you've gone through and use it to minister to other people.
Yeah, you don't want that pain to go to waste.
No.
You want to be able to use it to give someone hope because you can relate to them.
Those scars of yours are your balm, or a healing balm for those who are going through a similar trial.
So true. All right, it's the end.
But not the end.
Oh, that's right.
It's the end, brought to you by Midwest Hemorrhoid Treatment Center.
And happy Mother's Day.
Happy Mother's Day. Want a Sunday?
Sure. Can I have one bite?
Yes, you can have one bite.
Thank you.
You're welcome. That's good.
How do you have room in there?
Oh, there's room. There's always room. Hey, I got a special door.
Spot Media Production Group.